Hello everyone and welcome to part 11 of my Dark Souls video walkthrough. I'm speeding up large sections of this video because there's a lot of running around. And this is an area you've already seen repeatedly. It's just a path from Undead Parish down to the Darkroot Basin. So you don't need to see this in its entirety. Last times we only ran past this area. This time we'll actually be clearing it. Because there's one more thing I want to do before heading down into the infamous Blighttown. So up here, there are these crystal golems, 4 of them in this forest. And especially because they are quite resistant to damage, especially on this particular character, because my weapon deals largely magic damage, which is something they are not very weak to. I would recommend pulling them carefully and slowly and fighting them sort of on the far end, away from the unexplored area, because back there you can see quite a monstrous creature, and as you approach, this happens. It shoots spurts of water at you. The cool thing about this is it actually damages the crystal golems as well, so you can use this to kill them if your own damage is a little disheartening. The projectiles do physical damage incidentally, so if you want to block them, which can be achieved, you just want decent stability, then pay attention to your shield's physical damage reduction. There is a misconception that it does magic damage. It does not. It is physical damage. You will see this in a bit when I block a hit and take no damage, even though my shield doesn't have 100% magic reduction. And then I'm just killing the last crystal golem here. They can drop blue titanite chunks, but you don't really have any use for these at the moment, so it's somewhat irrelevant until much later when there's better farming methods available. You can hide behind this corner and await one barrage of whatever they are. And there you can see, no damage because I blocked, so it has to be physical, because anything else would have dealt some damage through my shield. You can wait behind that rock and then after a barrage you can usually get in quite easily. Now if you're standing right in front of it, it will instead do a physical attack, which gives you a nice opportunity to hit its head, or one of its heads. It's a Hydra after all. Be aware that there is a fatal drop right before you, so don't move forward too much. This is the only way to kill it with a melee weapon. You can't just run up to it. You will, well, drown, I guess. Occasionally it will still use its water attack even if you're right in front of it, but it can't hit. It goes right over your head, so it's nothing to worry about. It's just a little tedious. And as you begin chopping off the heads, it can become a little annoying to get them with your melee attack. So lightning can actually hit them at this range. As you can see on the other 2 videos I've just put over the screen. Sorcery does not work. You can lock on, but sorcery just about doesn't have enough range. Firebombs rather, if you free aim, have enough range. You can't lock on though, you have to actually manually throw them correctly. Okay, now we run to the far end of this pond. And I'm going to quickly quit out. And this makes a golden golem spawn. He's got a very similar moveset to the ones we fought earlier, but he does have a lot more HP and more resistance, so it's somewhat more difficult to fight. However, it's still quite slow. After you've killed it, an NPC will spawn, so make sure not to spam your attacks, because otherwise you could kill the NPC.
So, 'tis thou who rescueth me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulyssil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long, so, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulyssil, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. would this be of assistance to thee? My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. Seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
If you say no, she just disappears for the rest of the playthrough, so there's no reason to do it, just say yes. The dialog box automatically shifts your cursor to yes anyway, so you can just spam A through this. Okay, I didn't pick up this corpse earlier, so I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the knight set, the starting equipment of the knight class. And then you can find her summon sign right here. You can find this even if you're not human, but it may sometimes be hidden in the water. It will always be there though, even if you're not human.
I am Dusk of Ulyssil. It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thine wishes. For a very long time, I was trapped within the crystal golem. From my home I was taken and banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth. The sorceries of Ulyssil differ from the magic of thine age. It is difficult to explain. Ulyssil's sorceries are, what doth one say? They're somewhat of an approximation. Thine sorceries are more straightforward, negating all but thyself. Dost thou not find some fascination in these discrepancies?
She sells some non-combat spells, really. Hidden Body is particularly useful, we will see that later on.
If thou art in need, pray summon me again. I wish to be of assistance. May the flames guide thee.
And the catalyst she sells doesn't scale, but it has a nice base magic adjust, so if you're playing on a fairly low intelligence build, it may be beneficial for you. Okay, and after you've summoned her, there will be a corpse all the way back here with her equipment on it. Likely her corpse, but let's not get into that. It's her equipment. The only thing that's really important about it is the crown, because while it doesn't look that cool, it increases the damage you do with magic. And this is sorcery, pyromancy, and miracles. So you will see me wear this on a few characters. It also means you take more damage from those things, but, you know, win some, lose some. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.